The gentleman can continue.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, my amendment would require the administration and DOGE to turn over all information they have regarding the copying of Americans' private Social Security data to a vulnerable cloud. Let me be clear. This is a good bill. I helped co-lead this bill in the last Congress. Requiring SSA to provide a single point of contact for victims of identity theft is common sense reform. However, there is currently a glaring threat to America's identity. A brave whistleblower came forward and revealed that DOGE has copied the names, addresses, and Social Security numbers of 300 million Americans and placed it on a vulnerable cloud. They have put the private information of every American at risk. Are we really going to tell the American people, our constituents, that we are going to allow their names, their Social Security numbers, and their addresses to be put at risk of identity theft? I don't think that's the way to go, Mr. Chairman. While many Americans may have been born at night, they weren't born last night. I will not be rubber stamping this administration and DOGE's actions at SAA by voting in favor of this bill while they abscond with the American people's private data. And more importantly, Mr. Chairman, why we can't, as a committee, bring them in front of us to ask them those questions. We cannot allow them to continue to mine our constituents' data. We need hearings and accountability now. DOGE must come before our committee and explain why they built this cloud and what they have assessed and why. Everyone on this committee should vote for this amendment. If you are against protecting your constituents' privacy, then you better be able to explain why. I'm not just going to sit idly by and let them continue to invade my constituents' privacy, or any American's privacy for that matter. Everyone watching at home ought to be outraged that Congress is just willing to sit here and let DOGE and all their minions do as they please so they don't upset President Trump. This is a democracy. And in a democracy, you have the right to stand up and say when you don't agree. And as elected members, we actually have the responsibility to act on behalf of our constituents. So rise up, Republicans. Where's your responsibility to privacy, to the constituents that you serve? Is it okay that DOGE takes their data and information and puts it in a vulnerable cloud? I don't believe you believe that. I believe it's time for us to stand up together and act as this committee should, the oldest continuous committee that we celebrated just the other night here because of our independence and how we stood up And now, in face of what DOGE has done with 300 million people's information and data, needs this committee to act.